Hello, my friends. I wanted to come on and do a soul tribe reading. I have a pick a card that I'm working on. I'm not sure if it'll be up today or not. It depends in divine timing, I guess, and if I get to it. I have the cards picked out. They're sitting there. I can see them. Anyway, I really wanted to come on and do a soul tribe reading because this morning when I went for a shower, I realized that I had a splinter in my finger, and I haven't had a splinter in years, like years. And I decided to, first of all, I panicked. That's the first thing I do because I have a really wild imagination. I like imagine it, seeping into my skin and never coming out, like it traveling into my bloodstream. Anyway, I immediately panicked. So I texted my partner who lives in the same house as me. And I was like, I need help. And anyway, I was freaking out, and he used tweezers and he got it out. So I was very happy. But then I thought, what does it mean? Like I'm like Jack Skellington over here, but what does it mean? So to the Google. And oh, I missed it. It was like today the affirmation or the forecast, astrological forecast said today you will feel a bit more of an uplifting energy. That's what I just saw. Anyway. So I looked up what a splinter means, and there's a whole bunch of people on the internet who are spiritual who have, okay, let me just center my thoughts here. A splinter. I screenshot it for you, and I'm going to add it in this video so that you can see it. I'm going to pause it right here so that I can add it. Now, if I come back, or if it's not there, it's because I already forgot. Anyway, I looked up the meaning of a splinter. And it talks about splinters of the soul. And I was like, what's that? And it represents wounds deep within our soul that can cause us to have low self-esteem, can cause us to sabotage relationships. And it talks about how if these splinter of the souls are left untreated, that, they can have a huge impact on how we see the world, how we communicate with people. Childhood wounding, something small in your past seems like a little splinter. If not taken care of, goes under the skin, gets into the bloodstream. Or whatever. I don't actually know if that's possible. It probably is. I don't know. One of you will tell me, I'm sure. Anyway, it just got me thinking because that's what we've been talking about, for a while here, about healing childhood wounds. And once and for all, getting those splinters out once and for all. I was also looking at another thing. Spiritual splinters can represent behaviors like envy and jealousy and lack of patience, things like that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to add that right now before I forget. There. And then right after I looked that up and I was thinking about it and reflecting, I got a message from my bestie who was annoyed because she was on hold with a phone company. And she sent me a screenshot to show me how much, she had been on hold for 26 minutes. And she was like, I'm seething. I'm so mad. But the phone number that she was on support with was 888-345-111 and 1111. And she sent it to me as I was having this epiphany. Of course she doesn't, I was like, look at those numbers, but she doesn't get it. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's very important to heal our childhood wounding or our past wounding so that we don't take it out on others and pass it down from generation to generation to generation, Anyway, interesting. Right away on the bottom, I see true love can never really be lost. And I know that triggers some people when I say that. I can feel it. It used to trigger me too. So I'm sending you peace and love. I have no idea what this reading is going to be about. First thing I did when I woke up is I looked for George and I thought, I'm chasing the spider. If you don't know, George is a spider who needs to learn how to build a stronger foundation. And I'm trying not to chase him. I'm trying my best just to leave him to do his thing. Anyway, so let's see what this true love can never really be lost. It is on page 30, which is Empress energy. And it is in what section? Healing from spirits, sages, and masters. True love can never really be lost, and it's on page 67. Lover's energy, Chariot energy. To love another is a wonderful thing. To be loved in return is the highest state the human being can achieve. The ascended masters in the higher realms of the spirit world have known love beyond the human condition and remind us that love in the human form may be perceived as incredible bliss when you experience it, or deep sorrow when you feel its absence. But when it has truly touched your life, it is forever, and neither time nor death can destroy it. Authentic love lives forever in your heart, not in your head. Yes! And that is why it hurts when you fix your thoughts on love lost or otherwise. It's best to feel it in your heart, where it can truly be understood and experienced. Remember, the head was made to think, the heart was made to feel. All right, so let's see what you need to hear today. Let me move my Kleenex. I miss George. When is he gonna come back? Okay then, all right. We have inner space and universal knowledge, 20, judgment. I feel like that came out the last time I did a soul tribe reading with this deck. I feel like that came out, so maybe some of us just need a reminder. 20 and 30, High Priestess energy, Empress energy. 23 equals change. Maybe you're going through change right now. This one is in the section Healing from Spirit Guides. So message from your spirit guide. Oh, I landed on a spiritual hug. Do you need a hug? There's a hug. Inner space and universal knowledge. And it's on page 52, which is Chariot energy. And 52 is Hierophant energy and High Priestess energy. So, you know, trusting in your inner Hierophant, trusting in your inner High Priestess, trusting in your spiritual evolution. Do you know how hard it is to trust in that? Do you know how many times I've wanted to give up? You just have to keep believing, and I know that sounds crazy. Just keep hope alive. That's what I'm hearing. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. You know? When you surrender to this journey, you have no idea what's at the other end of it. I have no idea what's at the end of my journey or what I'm going to come across along the way, but I'm determined. I think I'll meet you somewhere along the way. Soul tribe, getaway, retreat, I don't know. Shout out to my friend who's on a spiritual retreat right now. You're the only person I know that's on a 10-day, I think 10-day spiritual retreat, and I don't know if you have access to the outside world, but I'm saying hello. I hope it's going well. Maybe I should do a spiritual retreat, not do one, but go on one, you know? Maybe. Intuitive inspiration. Did you hear that? Did you hear like, maybe someday we should meet and look at the northern lights. Maybe someday I should go on a spiritual retreat. My friends, that is your higher self whispering at you when that happens. My higher self just said, did you hear me? Spiritual retreat. All right. When you are ready to receive higher spiritual wisdom, Hierophant energy, you must prepare your mind for it. Working with your spirit guide through meditation and clearing any chaotic thinking will ensure you are ready to work with the higher aspects of spiritual wisdom. Your spiritual guide is working hard to get you there. Oh, good, it's still recording. So you must work with them and create a good inner space. Work on yourself now and prepare for new knowledge and opportunities to follow. So what are you working on? What are you working on when it comes to yourself? I mentioned in my soul tribe reading yesterday, I'm trying to be healthier. I'm succeeding 2 days in a row. I think that's funny. I'm going to be grateful for the 2 days, even if I lose my way tomorrow. I went back on my treadmill today. Yay! So what are you working on? What are you, when your mind is chaotic and you're stressing out about the outcome, or you're stressing out about finding love, or whatever you're stressing out about, it's a very good time to harness that energy and channel it into your own spiritual evolution. I just had this thought when I was having my kids. I had a hard road to have my kids, and I was sure, like the day that the doctor told me and my partner that we may never have children, my higher self knew that was wrong. Like my higher self in that moment knew it. And I told my partner, I'm like, I am not going to take that for my answer. Like, I'm like, I know we're supposed to have kids, whether we adopt them, whether we have them like our own kids. We were meant to have kids. I was meant to be a mom. And I knew it in my soul. And I went through IVF. And I know some people have opinions about that God makes people infertile for a reason or whatever. But anyway, I went through IVF and they transferred, I don't know who knows about IVF, but they transferred 2 perfect embryos into my uterus. And the doctors were shocked when they didn't take, because they were picture perfect textbook embryos. And they said, I don't think you should put 2 in because you're going to get 2. That's how good these embryos are. And I said, put 2 in anyway. And nope, neither of them took. And still, my higher self was like, it's not over. Even though, we had spent all that money, that was it. That was our shot and it didn't work. My higher self, something deep inside me told me, that's not over yet. Don't give up. And I persevered for a couple of years and now I've got 4 kids. So we all have that inner magic within us. Like when I think back to that time, I wasn't spiritual. I wasn't feeling great, but I listened to that little intuitive spark that said, this isn't over. And I'm so glad I did, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have my beautiful kids, And I like to think of everything happens for a reason. So if I didn't have my kids, maybe I wouldn't be here reading to you right now, Anyway, channeling, not ranting, channeling. Listen to the voice within you when it persists. For anyone who's wondering, that's autistic stimming. Anyway, listen to the voice within when it persists. What was I just talking about? That little voice inside me said, no, it's not over. You're meant to have kids. And I grieved that day that I found out it didn't work. And then the next day I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I do to move forward? What can I work on? What can I put my energy into to work towards my goal? Anyway, I can't believe that's there. And I was saying, like, your intuitive spark, your page of wands, there it is. So if you have a chaotic brain and your intuition is telling you, if your head is telling you, I should let go of that person, and your intuition is telling you, I feel I have unfinished business with this person, there's a reason that voice persists, okay? Listen to the voice within when it persists. What is your voice telling you to do? Take a spiritual retreat? Learn how to read tarot? Start your own channel? What is it? 39, 39, 30, 30, 39. I like to sing songs about things. Healing from guardian spirits. Guardian spirits are the closest reflection of an eternal God or giver of life that we can recognize. They are deemed the highest and clearest level of consciousness before the source of all life. Interesting. All right. It's on page 82. So having strength, Having strength and listening to your intuition, High Priestess, 8, 2. Believing in divine timing, 82 equals 10. So believing in divine timing, believing in the cycles that are happening for a reason to clear things out. What was that? What else was I going to say? 8. Your old self dissolving and you listening to your intuition, not your ego. Oh my gosh, 8, strength, your ego. So listening to your intuition over your ego. Let me just get situated here. There we go. Your inner self is what connects you to the higher guardian spirits of the universe, who will use it to attract your attention when they have a message for you. See? Your little intuitive, this is what, when I say follow your intuitive hits, that's exactly what I mean. It's the whispers. It's the wisps. Anyway. A guardian spirit is speaking to the inner you now, and you know the message is coming from a higher source because you are being moved by the words and the feelings that they bring. The guardian spirit wants you to take notice. This is your time to wake up and follow the path of light. You know this is true, as the inner voice is stronger than any voice you have heard in this world. Trust it right now. So whatever your inner self is telling you right now, trust that. It takes, I thought it was hard to trust another human being. It's even harder to learn how to trust yourself and your intuition. I ain't even lying. And yes, I'm seeing a lion when I say that. Rawr. Oh, okay. Look, it's the soul one. It's us, you guys. It's us. Okay, so we have trust in the wise spirit and your prayers will be answered. 33, this is magic. Look, 33. And then we have there's so much more to you than you think. 44. And that is just wild to me because it's like Emperor, Empress energy. It's divine feminine, divine masculine, and blah, 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 blah. It's divine feminine and divine masculine energy. It's finding that balance within. It's alchemy. It's temperance. And look, there's so much more to you than you think. 44. You are worth so much more than you think. You are so much stronger than you think is what I'm hearing. And this one says, trust the wise spirits and your prayer will be answered. Trusting in divine timing, Empress energy. Not chasing, letting things come to you. Saying, you know what, universe? Whatever's for my highest good, bring it on. Like, I'm ready. Am I ready? Anyway. 33. Listen. Maybe you'll start singing little songs like that now that I have. And people will look at you like, what? Anyway, how are you today? What are you doing? Are you sleeping? Are you at work? Is there someone watching you right now? Like I said in my other reading, nothing to see here. This person is working. Nothing to see. Are you driving home? Are you dancing in your car? Well, maybe you're not dancing to me because I don't supply music. But anyway. I feel all giddy today. What's going on? 70, chariot energy. Trust in what's coming towards you, my friend. The universe has better plans for you than you think, is what I'm hearing. Man, when that IVF failed for me, something in me just said, trust. You'll have your kids. Just trust in it. And I was the most negative person there was. I was the person that was like, it is what it is. And if I prepare for the worst, then I'm prepared for anything. That manifests bad things. Like negative manifestations manifest too, if that makes sense. The spirit masters always hear your prayers and want to help you when they can, even when you believe that your path is blocked and a sense of helplessness takes over. Offer up your prayers to them. You only have to ask once. Repetition makes you doubtful. Oh dear! Show me a sign, spirit. Okay, well that's a cool sign, but show me another one. Okay, but show me another one. Okay, now show me all three together. And if you really want me to do that, show me one more. Okay, are you sure? Show me another one. And that's kind of like feeding your little ego monster. So you have to trust in the signs you're seeing. Like I trusted in my Splinter, and then I looked it up, and then my bestie texted me at the same time with 345888 3451111. Trust in it. The spirit masters will give you a sign that they've heard your prayer, and you must leave it in their hands, their kind and safe hands. Allow them to guide you appropriately when you need a light on the path. And when it does appear, follow it and let it lead you to the next level of your life, chariot energy. Remember, trust in its own reward. Trust is its own reward, and when you trust in the spirit sages and masters, there will always be a light to show you the way. And I was just saying, like, I think the most difficult thing to learn how to trust is yourself and your own belief. Because, man, those egos are nasty. Those ego monsters are nasty. Nasty. And we'll read 44. I'm seeing 34 like crazy, like different combinations of like 3434 or 3443 or 4334. Okay. Some people believe they were born to be one thing or another, but others get a sense that there is more to them than just one aspect. Your mind and body are reaching out for new things and exciting experiences now. Guardian spirits are reminding you that you have many undiscovered gifts, and now would be a good time to allow them to come forward. It is not a sin, no, it is a sin not to share a precious gift with the world. Remember, there is no such thing as coincidence, right? The spider, channeling the spider, and then that whole reading was about someone who needed to build a better foundation. And the Splinter. The signs that keep turning up in your life are all saying the same thing. It's in you, so go for it. Have the strength to go after your dream. Have the strength to walk the path you're being called to walk. Whether that's, trusting in a counterpart connection, being a light worker, moving away from another connection, losing certain people in your life that don't align with you anymore. The list goes on, and it's actually when I was feeling frustrated and like I wasn't moving and my mind got chaotic that I started focusing on, okay, well, how do I start my own YouTube channel and how could I possibly channel? And I started practicing, because my mind was going nuts and my soul was like, do something with yourself. Redirection, like a kid, like redirect. Anyway, I feel the need to get one more. Apparently I need to make room on this desk. Hang on. I'll put that there. I'll put my Kleenex there. George, where are you? Heal yourself to heal the world. 9! The Splinter! The Splinter. I was like, why do I have a splinter? What is the meaning of this? This is why, this reading. And you know what? I also took it as I'm being vulnerable. I also took it as a reminder that I still have wounds that I need to heal. I still have spiritual splinters that I need to heal, Anyway, 9, evolution of soul, healing yourself so that you can help raise others' vibrations, healing yourself so that you're attracting in the right people for you, your soul tribe. It helps you have healthier relationships, I've struggled with relationships my whole life, and I don't just mean love relationships. I mean friendships. I mean work relationships. And now that I'm learning about myself and I feel more solid in myself, I'm building stronger relationships in my life. Anyway, I'm tapping. Heal yourself to heal the world. 36, Empress and Lover's energy. Healing yourself, knowing your worth so that you can attract in a love that deserves you and that can vibrate on the same frequency? Anyway. A heart that is filled with kindness can sometimes want to take on too much. I feel called out. The world is a big place for one person to heal, so it is best to heal your own world first, and then you will see the bigger things that concern you from a higher perspective. And what have we been talking about all this time? Healing yourself. Spirit healers and helpers are always working to heal the world that we live in, and they are proud of you for reaching this point in your development where your compassion for others has grown so much. But now you must work with them and not on your own. Bigger problems require teamwork, and they are on your team now. So there's something about you possibly finding your soul tribe. Hello, here we are. We're together. I've waited my whole life for you. Seriously. But I saw on the bottom of the deck, finding your soul tribe. This shows me that once you have this balance, you're going to have the ability to help heal others. Not only that, it's that energy of attracting that person in, right? That we've been having in our readings, whether it's a family member, a friend, a new love, a past love. This is saying that you're almost ready to join others in that journey. That, you've been working on yourself. You've been independent, 9 of Pentacles, working on yourself, focusing on self-confidence, self-worth, evolution of self. And now you're evolving into your higher self. You're meant to be a light for others. Yay! I love it. So, what do we want to get now? I feel the need to get one more. This is weird. I never get this many oracle cards, but I feel the need to get... You are on the right path. Yes. You are. Confirmation. Always in motion, 22. And what was I saying? When you find that you're stagnating, what can you put your energy into? What can you work towards rather than waiting? So many people are like, you're telling me to wait for my person. That's not what I'm saying. Always in motion. You never stop growing. 22. We've had 22, 33, and 44. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. I'll look it up after. 22, always in motion. Interesting. This way. And it's on page 54, which equals 9. The universe is always in motion, though it may appear static to us. This is also a way of the true spiritual worker, who may appear to be still in their meditation, but their spirit body is always keeping pace with higher vibrations of the universe. Okay, so I have to mention something with this card because I just heard it. Even when you're sleeping, your spiritual being is at work. Your spiritual being, your soul doesn't sleep. Your soul, 444 on the timer, your soul continues to process and to work through things in the 5D as you're sleeping. So you truly are always evolving, always, like your soul's always awake, if that makes sense. You and your spirit guide are becoming one mind now, always working with the purpose of healing and bringing balance. Remember, the true spiritual worker offers to serve, and the spiritual work never stops. So once you have this light in you, you start to want to help others. And if you are someone who has the little whisper in your voice, little whisper saying, maybe I could do what Kelly does. Maybe I could do what my favorite tarot reader does. You can. That whisper is there for a reason. Remember those cards. Listen to the voice within you when it persists. And I love the progression of these cards because we have you getting to know yourself, relying on your inner knowledge. We have listen to the voice when it persists. So maybe your voice has been telling you for a while to heal, to keep listening to tarot, to whatever it is that you've been working on. You're on the right path. Then we have the 44 and the 33, like I said, knowing your worth, letting things come to you, balancing your masculine and feminine energies, Now we have always in motion. So even, like I said, even when you're sleeping, you are processing things in the 5D. Like if you're having dreams about old memories or dreams about past arguments with someone, you're processing those memories. I used to have this reoccurring nightmare. I've talked to you about the one where, I think I've talked on this, about where I'm like stuck and there's someone that I know that's with me. I grow through life. Affirmation, I grow through life. You never stop growing. And I have this reoccurring dream where I need help, and there's someone that I know in the room and they don't want to help me. But then there's all these strangers, you guys, who are helping me. Anyway, there was another one I used to have before I went no contact with my mom. And I would have this dream that I had no voice. Like I didn't know how to speak. And it's actually, I haven't had that dream since, knock on wood, I haven't had that dream probably in over a year now, since I have cleared my throat chakra blockage and I can speak now and express myself. But I used to have nightmares where I'd be trying to reason with my parents and I'd be yelling, trying as hard as I can to talk, and nothing would come out, like nothing. And I would be like, like trying to make any noise come out. Nothing would come out. And I was processing memories and things in my dreams. Your soul never stops moving. It never stops evolving. It never stops wanting to grow and evolve. But anyway, yeah. So you are on the right path is what I'm seeing. All right. I'll put you here since George isn't here anymore. What do I want to get? I want to get you something good. Hang on. I actually want to get you animal cards. If you haven't noticed, this is one of my favorite decks. Look, we have the otter. Anyway, let's see. I want to see how you're doing right now. Let's see what energy my soul family, my soul tribe is in. Vulture. Somebody said a lion. I wasn't lying. Anyway, lion. I was doing a reading the other day and there was a vulture that came out and somebody mentioned it about vultures and how it was a sign for them. And I really feel called to read this because I remember the first time I got this card, I was like, ooh, vulture. Like someone's waiting to pick my bones. But that's not actually what it means. So let's talk about it. Hello, crows. The crows are here today saying hello. I don't know if you can hear them. What up, crow? So this is air energy. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. And I look to my right. Actually, I was listening to something and my guides were like, pause this. So I paused it. And I was just looking around, enjoying the nature. And like I said, something in me told me to look to my right and there was a spider there. And it was crawling so slowly along the deck edge or whatever, wood, rail, whatever it's called. And I swear to you, only you guys will believe me. I swear it looked like it had a yin yang on its head. Like I was like, I think I need glasses. So, but anyway, I was like, am I imagining things? Like it looks like that spider has a yin and yang on its head. And I don't know if I was just seeing, you know, the pale spider and then his eyes made the black and it looked like yin and yang. But if you're seeing spiders, you're going through something. Like if you're seeing spiders are like approaching you, feminine energy, like divine feminine energy, doesn't matter your gender. You're attracting things in. I know it's a spider, but I'm serious. Now we've got the black egg, which I'm very excited about. speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. I'm just going to read the whole thing to you. It's very possible that you have someone coming towards you with truth. Someone that you had an ending with. An ending that had to happen to recreate balance and cleanse the situation, cleanse both of you so that you would both kind of balance your own energies again. We've got the messenger, and we've got possibly someone speaking from their truth to you. But I'm also going to talk about for you, the black egg. I was talking about a blocked throat chakra earlier. You know, I tell you guys, I never used to speak. Like 3 years ago, I was silent. And this is, you know, speaking from your authentic truth. And when you speak from your authentic truth and your higher self, you attract the people in that you need. Your soul tribe, you know? You know what I had to mention to you guys, because it's a soul tribe reading? I've noticed the last week, I started doing readings because those commenters were getting in my head. And I started to try and do readings for those people. Like I started to, you know, purposely try and do different readings than what I was channeling. And guess what happened? They're not reaching the same amount of people. But when I speak from authenticity and I channel and I just channel the true message that Spirit wants me to channel, that resonates with people. So if you are a light worker or you're looking to be a light worker, take it from me. Don't do what you think other people think you should do. Don't do what you think other people will want you to do. Speak from your authentic truth. Speak from your soul. You know, I find when I speak from my soul, like that reading I did last night, it resonates with more people. Yet when I try and please the people in my comment section and, you know, I don't want to say make stuff up, but like try and do a reading to please them, it doesn't reach the right audience for me. So anyway. All right, let's read this. I think you're very evolved though. Like some of you may just be starting on your healing journey, but I feel like I've got, you know, a bunch of my soul members here, right ears ringing. I think a lot of my soul tribe members here are already on the journey discovering themselves, you know. I also think, when I think of the black egg, I think of, this is just coming to me now, I'm channeling it, not ranting, channeling. I've never talked about this card in this way, but when I think of a black egg, I think kind of like a rotten egg, you know, that has to, it's like a rotten egg that kind of, if you touch it, it like turns into goo. And I'm kind of seeing this as possibly, you know, maybe some of you are in that gooey stage where your old self is falling away, leaking away, rotting away. And you're starting to be able to hear, you know, your inner self, your higher self. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. When we start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? Oh, that's the energy of the black egg, is you start saying, what do I know to be true about myself? Not what did that person tell me that I was? What did that person project onto me? What do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? So you could be someone who's going through a dark night of the soul. That's what I was seeing there, the dissolving of the way you see the world. When the energy of the black egg is not yet assessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear. What was I just talking about? We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. I'm seeing someone like I'm not going to lie. I'm seeing someone. This black egg, it says, no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. And when you haven't assessed this, it talks about justify our subpar behavior. So I'm almost seeing, like, I'm not going to lie, you may know someone who's not in black egg energy and, justifies some of their behaviors instead of looking at them and recognizing what is true about me, why am I behaving that way? Anyway. And when it says, even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all, I'm seeing someone like, I don't need to look at myself. I don't need to work on myself. Anyway, the energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. So this, sometimes I have to tell you, I feel like this hovered around me for a while. Like it hovers, wanting to reconnect you with your truth. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So remember, don't be doing things because other people want you to do. Don't be saying things like just because you think other people... Let me give you a real example because I'm having a hard time here. Real example. I'm talking about pleasing someone or like not standing in your power and putting up with subpar behavior, like, for example, not distorted, but like if you think about the Queen of Cups, distorted Queen of Cups energy. It's almost like someone's being mean to us, someone's mistreating us, but instead of realizing, wait a minute, this is my truth, I'm better than this, it's like they try and they try and please others. So they, maybe you have overlooked red flags, maybe you've overlooked subpar behavior, in hopes that, you could just love that person enough. And this talks about how it hovers there, like there's a reason. Anyway, I'm channeling, but not making much sense right now. I feel like you have someone in your energy on the peripheral, I can't say that word. Oh my gosh, I was just saying, I feel like you have someone in your energy that maybe you don't see yet, who's watching you or keeping an eye on you. This could be someone who's very afraid to look at their own shadows. This could be someone who's looking at their shadows right now, not sure how to come forward. This black egg, that could be them. Someone wanting to speak to you from a place of authentic truth. And you're up in here like this, like, bring it on, bitch. No. But, you're like, I'm ready for anything. I know my worth, I can do this with my eyes closed. That's what I just heard. And it feels like you have someone wanting to speak to you, wanting to tell you the truth. Perhaps someone that you couldn't speak your authentic truth to in the past, without it becoming an argument, if you know what I mean. Interesting. Now, I want to get a card. I do feel someone in your energy, so let's see who it is. Who is around you? Who is in your energy? Who is in your energy? We have the swan and the moth. Oh my gosh. You guys, I am freaking out. Hang on, I dropped the card. I got so excited there. Who's in your energy? We've got the swan slowly coming in. You can't see them. You can't see that, what I'm hearing is this could be someone who's working on themselves. This is a very healing energy, the swan. And it's like this person is slowly gliding towards you. And I feel like they're reflecting on this. They're reflecting about this black egg. What is the truth? In conflict. No, I'm not going to go down that road right now. No, not going down that road right now, Spirit. I need to finish this thought. I'm seeing that this could be someone who's doing the work, who's healing, reflecting, but you can't see it because you can't see them in the 3D, or you can't If this is new love, this could be someone who's very well matched for your energy because, you've been healing, you've been evolving, and now you're calling in. Why is my hair doing that? Not that you care. It just bothers me when it does that. Stop it. I feel like it's something you can't see coming because when you think of this swan, that swan looks like it's effortlessly gliding across the water. It looks like it's just minding its own business, maybe checking out other swans, I don't know. But underneath, its little legs are like this. So you could have someone coming towards you who's like paddling quite hard, who's reflecting, who's healing, and you can't see it, And the otter, I feel like this is coming for some of you. You could feel like there's something about, like someone's about to come into your life, whether that's returning or new. I do get whoever this is, they're coming because of the healing that you're doing. You're calling in, I just heard you're calling in a soulmate, oh my gosh. Or, your counterpart, take it as it resonates. Someone who is maybe on the same type of journey you are now. I said for my past people, now they're on this journey. Beautiful. And it's because you're healing. That's why you're calling this person in, because you're going to start to see what's going on with inside of you reflected in your outer world. That's just what I heard. So whatever work you're doing on yourself, whoever this is, it's being reflected here. They're coming in. This is someone who is either on their own spiritual journey, working on themselves. Maybe this is someone on a healing journey too, and it's new. Or this could be that person from your past. We have moth to a flame, my friends. Moth to a flame. You're pulling them in with your light. You know that scene in The Little Mermaid where she transforms and gets legs? And that's interesting. That's really weird. When she gets legs and there's like light shooting out of her fingers and toes? That's you. And I just saw Beauty and the Beast as well. When he rises, when he goes through the death, and he rises and is rebirthed as a human again, and he's like in the air and there's like light shooting out of his fingertips and his toes. How did I not know that I was spiritual? Like, think about it. Those are the things I noticed as a kid. Like, oh, look at the light shooting out of their toes and fingers. How magical. Anyway, like a moth to a flame to you. And that's what one of those cards said. You're ready to collaborate with someone. Remember? We've got wolf on the bottom. So this could be someone, if you know this person, could be an earth sign. We have earth, air, and water. Anyway, this could be someone who's very independent. This could be someone who's very determined to be loyal to you or to provide for you now. I said now for a reason. And we have the sea serpent. So we have some spiritual energy here, my friend. I want to read this to you. The sea serpent. Their eyes are open. Their third eye. What did I say about your third eye open? Get yourself some Get yourself a sunglass. And your person's eye open. Whoever this is, whether it's new, past, you manifest what you want, my friend. Healing emotional wounds. The splinter. The splinter. I can't. The way it all ties together, it's just too much magic for me right now. It's like too magical right now. Ooh. And it says expressing desires. So somebody who wants to express their desires to you, who wants to express their inner truth to you. Looking at it from the bigger picture. Messenger. What did I say? Messenger. Okay. And two spiritual beings. You got the black egg and we have the sea serpent. So whoever this is, they're evolving spiritually. Beautiful. I love it. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. Whether it's emotion, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively, creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment. Now, do you know when you project onto someone, it's because you're judging yourself. Can I just say that? If someone says to you, I'm speaking from experience. I am learning my lessons, you know? I've projected. I've deflected. I've denied my shadows. But when someone is doing that to you, when someone is judging themselves because they hurt you, sometimes that can come out as projection because they're judging themselves. Does that make sense? Anyway. And we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. And I said in a reading the other day that in order to accept your shadows, you have to acknowledge them and forgive yourself for them. Because that's part of the reason people don't acknowledge their shadows, is because they're not ready to forgive themselves. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in muddy waters. Mud, down in the muck. Lower vibrational energy, the mud. Remember how I said the other day, there's some people that are just down in that mud, and it doesn't matter how much you try and help them, they won't take your hand out of that mud and muck and evolve into the beautiful lotus. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing judgment. That's what I'm seeing. Someone whose eye is open and they're like, wait a minute. I did do that, but I can forgive myself, you know. I'm seeing someone learning how to embrace their shadows, you know, learning how to channel that energy within rather than out at someone else, if that makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know who this is, but beautiful. Now, I am going to do a tarot reading as well. Let me just see. I want to get these love cards. Creativity. You're coming in as the black egg, expressing your truth or whatever. They're coming in as the sea serpent, which talked a lot about creativity. And we have 7. Chariot energy, and we see these 2 people holding hands ready to go through the door with the rainbow, ready to evolve the lotuses. All right, what do you need to hear, my friends? These are love cards. We have sexuality, and we have the divine feminine. I knew there was a reason. I wake up every day and give thanks for the day ahead. Yep. I knew there was a reason I grabbed this deck. Look! I knew there was a reason I grabbed this deck. Divine feminine energy. That's you, the tiger. I'm not going to show you the nipple today. Yesterday I was like, look at this. Look. I was talking, and all of a sudden I realized the nipple was there. And then when I was stitching my videos together, I noticed that I was holding it like this so you could still see it. Anyway, divine feminine. And look at what's on the bottom. Where is it? Yeah. Commitment. 4. Divine feminine, calling in the emperor, calling in your match, whoever that is, whether it's new or someone returning. We also have boundaries here. So for some, look at the tiger. For some of you, you're going to be talking about boundaries with this person, you know, maybe putting up boundaries, healthy boundaries. Anyway, beautiful. That's amazing. Divine feminine. Okay, let's get the book. I'm still looking for George. I don't know if I'll read the whole thing, but I'm going to look at this sexuality card. 31. 31. Sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust and intimacy and love. Maybe you'll be having some sexy times. Seriously. We have commitment, we have boundaries, and we have sexuality. And if you're dealing with a counterpart, it could be that this person, there could have been something about the sexual connection between you. It could have been different than other people that you were with. Anyway. I'm just going to read the whole thing. The natural rhythms of sexuality are sadly misunderstood in our modern culture. All too often, we see that a person's natural sexuality is glamorized and exaggerated in order to lure in an attractive partner. As a result, many people become entangled in relationships that have little more substance than sexual attraction. If there is no real connection between the two, then a sense of obligation or a fear of losing what there is may be all that keeps them together. This situation is simply not good enough. Sexuality has its own beautiful rhythm if you are prepared to listen to it. A natural caution and healthy boundary of reserve will guide you when the time is right to connect yourself in sexual union with the person you are attracted to. So, this reminds me, my friend Cardia, I don't know how to pronounce your name. You left a comment today for a Soul Tribe request where you asked, how does it look when a counterpart comes back and says they love you, but they're not ready for commitment, but they don't want to lose you either? It looks like healthy boundaries. It looks like this. You're the divine feminine. Okay? You've got this person coming in, wanting commitment. No, not wanting commitment. There's someone, divine feminine, you want commitment with. For example, I'm talking to this person that asked this question. And if they're asking you to wait for them, that's not good, because you shouldn't wait for anybody, nor should they ask you. But what you can do is set healthy boundaries. And that means while they're working on themselves and while they're becoming a better person for you, you need to have healthy boundaries about, what does that mean for you? Because you're not going to give this person all the benefits of a committed relationship if they're not ready and they're not ready to meet you at your level. And I think that's sometimes where, unfortunately, that's sometimes where counterparts, the masculine comes back, and sometimes they want, or the feminine, you continue to have that sexual relationship with them, even though there's no commitment. I'm not saying you can't, but someone was asking me, like, how are you just supposed to give to someone who's not ready to give to you? And it's by setting healthy boundaries. It's by not doing the things that you would do for a committed partner. Talk about your boundaries. This card right here, I think, is a very huge indicator that if that's you, like if you have someone who's not ready for commitment, then having sex with them won't help. Having sex with them won't help them heal any faster. And a lot of feminines, I believe, think that if they do that, it will keep their partner or this person attached to them. And this card is telling you no. The fact that we have boundaries and commitment and sexuality, I'm hearing for that person who was asking that, don't give this until you have that commitment. I mean, it's a free world. You do what you want. But, you know, the divine feminine, you have to be careful not to give parts of yourself that you've worked so hard to grow into, you know? And sometimes when you start giving this, or you start acting like a partner, you end up feeling disappointed because they're not giving the same energy back. Will they give you, like, I hate to say it, but lots of people will be like, yeah, let's have sex. Like, let's not be in a commitment, but let's have sex. And that can't be the foundation. Like this card said, that can't be the foundation of your connection. You do what you want. Like, if you want to canoodle, you go ahead and canoodle. But to me, if you have someone coming towards you telling you that they're not ready for commitment, but that they love you and they want you to know that you're important to them, they want to be better for you, okay then, be better. You can offer friendship, you can offer support, but don't give those parts away of yourself again that you lost in the first place with this person, you know? I don't mean hold your energy back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that until the boundaries, I just feel for this collective, until there's commitment, maybe honor your sexuality, you know, honor your, I don't know how to say it, honor your vessel. The counterpart reader that I listen to talks about honoring your vessel, like, you know, so until there's commitment, like, don't do they say girlfriend things, but take it as it resonates. Anyway, I read the Divine Feminine card yesterday. I'm just going to look at this one more time. 31. Magician energy and Empress energy. Like, remember everything you've been working towards. A natural caution and healthy boundary of reserve will guide you when the time is right to connect yourself in sexual union with the person you are attracted to. Surprisingly, this time frame will often be around 1 month, time to know the person in some depth, rather than the whirlwind tumble into bed that's encouraged by Hollywood. Contrary to popular belief, sexuality does not automatically fade as the relationship continues. Imagine your sexual energy as a flower that is gradually opening, growing, blossoming, and coming into its full beauty. Sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship, and will wither in an atmosphere of misunderstood feelings and needs. You hear that? So if there's misunderstood feelings and needs, and there's no boundaries, and there's no line, like, there's no set boundaries or rules, then it doesn't blossom and it withers. So there's no point to give them that until you have that trust. This is what this is saying, whether you agree with it or not. In an existing relationship, you are required to listen to your natural rhythms once more instead of allowing routine to dictate your life. Take a second honeymoon and start afresh. Make time to connect in the mornings and afternoons rather than after a long, busy day. Whether you are manifesting a partner or are already with someone, you have called this card today because it's up to you to heed this call from your heart, body, and soul, to give your sexuality the respect and attention it deserves. And it does deserve respect, especially if you're reconnecting with someone. The structure and the boundaries come first. The conversation, rebuilding the structure, getting to know each other again. Those come first. This comes after you have that trust, because then it will flourish. So if you are someone who is very, your person is giving you mixed signals and you're still giving them this, it's telling you that this will wither, like this is withering because there's no trust. Anyway. Divine Feminine. I just wanted to touch on this a little. Intuition, especially the decision to use it and trust it more, is also extremely important in the feminine realm and the feminine approach to life. These qualities are not always highly valued in our society, and whether you are male or female, you might have been brought up learning to discard or distrust them. The feminine way of being patient or caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausted yourself. It's about having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. Interesting. So yeah, we have the divine feminine and commitment. So let's see what commitment says. A healthy commitment is the unshakable bedrock of a loving, secure relationship. When you truly commit to being in a loving relationship, you actually create another living entity. There is you, your person, and then there is your relationship. You will have commitments to yourself, commitments to your partner, and commitments to the relationship. All three of these elements will need ongoing love, attention, and nurturing. That's why when one person has more to give than the other, it becomes unbalanced, that it can't be secure. Naturally, it's important to consider what you are committing yourself to, and it's imperative to commit to loving the person as they appear to you in the present moment, not how you think they should be once you knock them into shape. It's vital that you see through these delusions, as well as the temptations to diminish potentially stressful habits or circumstances. In an existing relationship beset by problems, it is important to commit to your own health and well-being first. Self-love! Once you are feeling more balanced, you will have more positive energy to share, and that's where separations come in and breaks, because people need to have that clarity. They need to get back in touch with themselves, get balanced again. Commitment can be a prison or the key to freedom of great personal growth. You have drawn this card today because your angels and guides are reminding you to commit, to recommit to your own happiness before you begin a new relationship or attempt to revive the one you are already currently involved in. People hate when I say that. It's so important to find your own happiness, to find, if someone is your wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, and that's your only wish fulfillment, that's not a good thing. You need to have more than one wish fulfillment. You can't put all your wishes into one basket. True commitment is not about trying to get more from the other person or signing contracts that hang the threat of legal recourse overhead should one of you grow in an unexpected direction. The unhealthy commitments of trying to change or rescue someone become a draining obligation in which no one can truly be happy. When you are ready to commit to your life and yourself and who you need to be, an appropriate love match will appear and a commitment that equals your own. What was I saying? Anyway. Well then, let's just get a few tarot cards for you. We'll see if Spirit has anything else that they want to say to you. Actually, I'm going to use this one. Let's just see. Right away, High Priestess on the bottom. High Priestess on the bottom, and you've got someone not running anymore. I told you, someone in your energy coming back, or maybe you're not running. You are maybe no longer denying that you're magic and that you want to be a light worker. This could be you not running from that anymore if you have been running from it. Ooh. Let's just cut the deck in half. And then I'll shuffle. Oh, we have the 8 of Wands. I told you. Mercury in retrograde right now. Ace of Wands again. Let's have a look at your energy. Let's see how you're feeling. Self-improvement, anyone? You're working on yourself. Look at you. You could be someone who's like, I'm doing all this work. Where's my person? I'm doing all this work. Where's my new love? You could be getting tired from all the work you're doing on yourself, 9 of Wands. But you still, look at you. You're persevering, my friend. Good for you. We have Justice. So you're looking at things very clearly, very balanced. Maybe, you're learning how to take accountability for things. This also shows balance, creating balance in your own life. Perhaps you're burning off karmic debt. So many people freaked out when I talked about the fire thing and the hot flashes. Yep. Burning off karmic debt every time I used to get a hot flash like weeks ago, and I'd be like, I wonder whose energy I'm picking up on. And now whenever I feel that flash come over me, I'm like, goodbye, bad karma, get away from me. I won't catch you on the flip side. So you could be someone who's, burning through karmic debt right here for your whole family line, I'm seeing 6 of Wands. For some of you, you want to be in the spotlight, but I feel like you don't think you're good enough, and that's not true. That's not true. You are good enough to be seen. You're meant to be in the light. You're meant to shine your light, is what I'm hearing. What's on the bottom? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So you could be, really focused on your own growth. You could be starting something new, starting a project. Like I said, it's never good to wait for someone. You should always be working on yourself or working on something moving forward. Oh, I'm going to keep that there. I want to see your near future energy. Near future energy. We have the Knight of Swords. So, what I'm seeing is you do have some type of wish fulfillment coming in. I see a King of Pentacles, so I'm not sure if that's someone you know. That's earth energy, like the wolf. That could be someone, who is new, who is very stable. Finances are in order. Good job, Or it could be someone from your past who is working on themselves and building a stronger foundation. Wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Now, oh my gosh. So, in near future energy, we have Knight of Swords. So we do have somebody wanting to talk to you. This is someone coming in to talk to you. This is communication. What I'm seeing, what came out with it, is a runner. This is chaser energy. So the runner becomes the chaser. Doesn't have to be counterpart. This could be my mom running from healing, impulsively coming back to say something. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like this is someone you had to put up a boundary with in order to work on yourself. And it could be that this person, they may need to be pretty brave to come towards you here, especially if when you parted ways, you were this person right here, Queen of Swords, I'm also seeing someone coming in with honesty and truth, like the Black Egg. And yeah, Hanged Man in reverse, someone coming out of a Hanged Man energy, King of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I want to see who is in your energy, who this person is. Who is this person in your energy? We have the 4 of Swords, someone you're on a break with. Hierophant energy. So could be an air sign, but someone that you haven't heard from. And look, Hierophant. So someone that perhaps you feel, someone you haven't heard from, who perhaps, you're hoping they learn their spiritual lessons and gain clarity. I'm going to ask Spirit about past love, new love, and healing. Past love. Show me past love. Past love. Messages for my people who are still in love with their past love. We have the 2 of Cups. King of Pentacles, sign. Someone who's leveled up, wanting to meet you on your vibration, just like that commitment card said, that once you do the healing, once you're vibrating at your frequency and you know how to love yourself and you know what you deserve, the universe delivers, whether it's past or new. For you, it's this, I'm asking specifically about past, so someone you already have a connection with, someone wanting to deepen this connection, move it into more flow, I'm hearing. How is this past person feeling about you? 6 of Cups. Are you fucking kidding me? Soulmate energy, they're missing you. Very nostalgic about you, feeling the pull. They're feeling that pull towards you and your shiny self, you shiny thing. I'm shiny. I'm hearing that song from Moana. I wish I knew the whole thing. Anyway, so this person is thinking about how to come towards you. Look, they want to get out of this stagnant energy and come towards you. You know, this could have been someone that I'm seeing a helium balloon that like maybe they let you go and they thought you'd like lose your helium and slowly like start coming down again to their level, but you didn't. You floated away. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so this person is feeling very nostalgic about you. Soulmate energy. Let's see their actions. Oh, look, Ace of Cups. Let's see their next actions towards you. 9 of Cups and Strength. So you do have someone, Beauty and the Beast, I mentioned it. You do have someone wanting to cultivate a stronger relationship with you and, you know, bring happiness back into their life. This is someone who wants to follow their intuition right to you. That's their action. So they're following their intuition, not listening to their ego. And maybe it's because you're so tapped into your intuition right now. You're mirroring. This person is no longer in their fear, I'm hearing. Advice about the past person. Past person. Look, we have renewal with this 8 of Pentacles, you know, working on this, putting effort into this. Someone wanting to communicate what they've learned about themselves. We have the Page of Swords. Advice for the past person. We have 2 of Wands. So advice, make sure this person has broken those cycles. 2 of Wands. How many times do I have to say it? The 2 of Wands can represent someone who needs to change their approach or break a pattern before you can move into 3 of Wands energy. And I want to say that I think this is someone who has been working on themselves with this energy. But for advice, make sure they have, you know, because you'll know better than anyone. And we see the closing of this distance here. Wish fulfillment, the Star coming in. They haven't been able to let you go. We've got Devil in reverse, facing their fear, coming in, freeing themselves from the muck. And we have the Sun, Divine Masculine. Beautiful. No longer in their shadows, see? No longer stuck in their shadows, no longer in that muck. Beautiful. Let's see. New love. New love. New love. Coming in quick. Judgment. Oh my gosh, you're about to see this, my friend. Judgment. So I'm telling you, new love, you had things to learn about yourself before this could come in. This is actually in reverse. 8 of Wands. And this shows me that there may have been a delay of this coming in. Like you could have been manifesting new love for quite a while. And I feel like there was a delay in it coming in, but that's about to change. And you're about to see something new here. You're about to see what all this reflection has been and has been worth it, I'm hearing. The Emperor is on the bottom. So, you know, perhaps there was a delay because you needed to balance your masculine energy and know your worth so that the universe could deliver you the right person. Advice about new love. New love. 7 of Cups in reverse. You're about to have clarity. It's all about to make sense to you, my friend. That's beautiful. You're about to have clarity. I love that. And I feel... I want to see what Spirit can tell me about this person. Look at that. You have clarity and options, possibly, because you've worked on yourself. 9 of Pentacles. You're pulling this person in because you're at a high vibrational energy right there. What can you tell me about the new person? New person. What can you tell me about this new person? Someone very honest and very clear about what they want here. Could be an air sign. This could be someone very intellectual, someone very intellectually smart. I don't want to say smart because there's different ways of being smart. There's different kinds of smart. But this is someone who, you know, good at communicating, honest, clear communication, beautiful. And again, there's this energy of you seeing things very clearly. Like when this person comes in, you're going to be like, oh, that's why it all happened. Just like that card said, whatever card that was it the vulture? I can't remember. Let's look at your healing. Oh my gosh. I was just going to ask about your healing, and I was about to say, like, what has healing yourself changed here? And you have the Lovers, and it just, you saw how it flew out. And I'm truly seeing you had to learn how to love yourself. And that's when love will meet you, is when you know who you are. That's crazy. You could have been really working on your splinters, you know? This is going to be a long reading. I don't even know how long I've been talking. Getting out of your own head. You know, no longer thinking to that negative mindset, no longer thinking to that lower vibrational energy. Reflecting on those wounds and healing them, you know? The Nine of Swords can actually be a beautiful card because it's about when our fear turns into reflection and we shed that ego. Anyway, beautiful. Oh my. Healing. You're about to see that the healing has been worth it. Any other advice? What are you? We have the High Priestess. Keep going. Keep listening to your intuition, my friends. Trust in whatever has fallen away, fell away for a reason. Whatever is coming back for a reason. I do feel like someone is coming back towards you, and you know it, High Priestess energy. And as you heal those wounds and you learn how to love yourself, your intuition becomes stronger and you become a stronger person, especially spiritually, I'm seeing. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there because that's really long. But I love you, and I will be back. I'm always back. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to do another tarot reading. I'm probably going to start to pick a card. I don't know if I'll finish it today, though. That might be a 2-day thing, you know. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Just as you are. Just as you are. I actually felt called to post a song earlier, but I didn't. And the main thing that I was hearing, you're amazing just the way you are. For you. Just the way you are. Just as you are. Anyway, I love you, my friends, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.